The world is speaking loudly to our children. Culture is shaping them. Schools are influencing them. Entertainment is disciplining them. And the enemy is targeting them. But God has not changed his design. He has called parents, not institutions, to be the primary teachers of their children. Today, we answer that call. Today, we rise up. The moment we are living in. We are living in a moment when the voices of culture have grown louder than the voices of truth, when the world begins shaping the hearts of children before their parents even realize what is happening, and when the enemy quietly plants ideas in young minds that will one day grow into the beliefs of adults. The world is not waiting for permission to teach your children. It is already teaching them through screens, through classrooms, through entertainment, through peers, and through every channel that can reach their hearts before truth does. And while the world grows bolder, many parents have grown quieter, assuming someone else will teach their children what is right. But God never surrendered the role of teacher to the world. He placed that mantle on parents, giving them the sacred responsibility to guide, protect, instruct, and shape the minds of their children with his word. The vulnerability of children. Children are not spiritually neutral. They are impressionable, moldable, and open to whatever voice reaches them first. They do not filter ideas. They absorb them. They do not test teachings. They receive them. They do not discern motives. They trust authority. This is why early teaching is so powerful, and why the enemy targets children long before he targets adults. If he can shape the thinking of a child, he can shape the future of a family. If he can influence the worldview of a generation, he can influence the direction of a nation. The enemy understands that the easiest way to change a culture is to change what children believe, and the easiest way to change what children believe is to control the voices that teach them. The silence of parents and the boldness of culture. When parents step back, the world steps in. When parents grow silent, culture grows bold. When parents assume someone else will teach truth, the enemy gladly fills the silence with deception. Modern culture is not passive, it is intentional. It is shaping identity, redefining morality, rewriting truth, and normalizing confusion. And while the world aggressively teaches children what to believe, many parents have unknowingly surrendered their God-given authority, trusting institutions that were never designed to carry the spiritual weight of raising a child. The result is a generation being formed by voices that do not love God, do not honor Scripture, and do not care about the spiritual future of the children they influence. God's unchanging design. Yet God's design has not changed. From the beginning, he placed the responsibility of teaching on the home. Parents were meant to be the first voices of truth, the first examples of righteousness, the first protectors of the mind, and the first shepherds of the heart. The church supports parents, but it does not replace them. Schools teach academics, but they do not shape worldview. Culture influences, but it does not have authority. God gave that authority to mothers and fathers, and he expects them to rise up and use it. Teaching is not optional. Guarding the mind is not optional. Leading children in truth is not optional. These are divine assignments placed directly into the hands of parents. The call to rise up. This is why God is calling parents to rise up. Not in fear, but in purpose. Not in panic, but in conviction. Not in perfection, but in presence. Children do not need flawless parents. They need engaged parents. They need mothers and fathers who speak Scripture into their lives, who guard what enters their hearts, who correct lies with truth, who model righteousness in daily life, and who refuse to surrender their children to the currents of culture. When parents rise up, truth returns to the home. Strength returns to the family. Clarity returns to the child. Stability returns to the next generation. The world may be loud, but God's design is stronger. The enemy may be strategic, but God's calling is higher. And the moment a parent decides to rise up, the direction of a child's life begins to change. The future depends on parents. The future does not belong to the loudest voices in society. It belongs to the parents who rise up and teach their children the ways of the Lord. A generation can be healed when parents reclaim their authority. A culture can be redirected when families return to truth. A nation can be strengthened when homes become centers of Scripture again. God has placed the mantle on parents, and He is calling them to stand, to speak, to teach, to guard, and to lead. This is the call. This is the moment. This is the mantle.
Parents, rise up.
A call for parents to rise up. The future of a generation is not decided by governments, schools, or culture. It is decided by the parents who rise up and teach truth in their homes. God has placed the mantle on mothers and fathers. The world is loud, but truth is stronger. The enemy is strategic, but God is sovereign. Parents, this is your calling, your assignment, your moment. Rise up, teach your children, guard their minds, and lead them in the way of the Lord. The next generation is waiting for you. If this teaching opened your understanding or stirred your spirit, drop a comment and let your voice be part of the conversation. Share this message with someone who needs clarity in these days, someone who senses that the world is shifting but doesn't yet see the signs. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Bible Truth and ring the bell so you never miss a teaching as we continue exploring the signs, the scriptures, and the unfolding story of God's plan for the world. Until the next teaching, keep your eyes lifted, keep your heart steady, and keep watching the sky that still declares His glory.